Hi everyone, it's me, Mama C. Talking to you today about something that is often ignored in our practice and really should be done on a regular basis, and that is the ritual bath or ritual cleansing. Ritual cleansing crosses many cultures and goes back to the beginning of time. You have the baptisms that are performed by the Christian community where a priest or pastor dips the person into the water completely and brings them back up and considers them cleansed of all their sins. In Hinduism, you have the ritual bathing in the Ganges River, which is a purification process, especially for the holy men. In Buddhism, you have a basin in temples and gardens called a sukubai that is used for ritual washing of hands and face and sometimes of other parts of the body, which is a purification ritual also. The indigenous Americans had a sweat lodge where they would steam purify, which was much like a bath because you're sweating so much. It is like a bathing process. And then they would also have what they called going to water, which it would only be performed in moving bodies of water like streams or rivers, and that was also a purification process. There are many more types of ritual bathings that cross other cultures and other religions, but the general thought is that not only is it a physical cleansing, but it is a spiritual cleansing. You are readying yourself for worship, readying yourself for meeting of a deity. You are readying yourself for anything involved with a spiritual practice. I know that in the past I have been very remiss and ignored my spiritual cleansing baths, and now that I have regenerated that part of my practice, I have forgotten what a valuable piece of magical work that is. Um, Ritual baths should be approached not as a get in and scrubby and get clean and use the Bath and Body Works stuff. It should be approached as a spiritual experience. And now I'm fortunate enough to have a great big bathtub, like a jacuzzi size, so there's plenty of room in there for me to float around, to dunk my head and my entire body, which is part of the process. But if you have a smaller bathtub, that can still be done. You just have to be a little more patient with the process because it takes a little longer to get your entire body up under the water. With ritual bathing, there are a lot of different products that can enhance the process. But the first thing to remember is up here. It is a process of focus, of thinking about what you want to accomplish with that bath, whether you're clearing away negative energy, whether you're absorbing the power of what in the bathtub for money magic or sex magic or anything of that nature, or if it's just simply a purification process to ready you for an initiation, for magical work, for leading a group, for prayer, for meditation, anything. The ritual bath really can take any sort of process that you need it to. For instance, I've got a bath salt that I use quite a bit called a kick in the ass. We make a ritual oil bath salt and a room spray, and what that is, it's full of citrus and all sorts of invigorating things, and when I get in the bathtub and I soak in it, it's got sage and citrus in it, so it releases all of the negative kind of drudge that may have covered me all week, and then gives me a big boost of invigoration to go ahead and accomplish the other tasks that I need to accomplish for the day. So if I'm feeling a little sluggy in the morning, I will go in and I will soak in that bath for a good 15-20 minutes. I always dunk myself under fully at least 3 times to get the full effect of what is there in the bathtub and the salts. And then I'll just be ready to go for the rest of the day. But again, an important part of the process is focusing on what you accomplish. I can soak all day, but if I'm going, oh, sluggy, I don't want to do anything today. But what I need to do is tell myself, when I step out of this tub, all of that negative sludge is going to be washed away. I'm going to be ready to go. I'm going to be ready to accomplish what I need to accomplish for the day. So it's a twofold process. It's the focus and the bathing. You don't need to have any phones in there, any interruptions. You need to leave the radio off. It's simply about kind of an active meditation while bathing. The products that can be involved in a ritual bath. There are a lot of products on the market that are pre-made, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. I use them a lot. These are baths They're made by several different companies. There's Seven Sisters of New Orleans who makes them. Like this is their Jinx Killer Wash, Seven Sisters of New Orleans. This one is from Mystic Products, which is located in California. I think they used to be called Indio. And these washes can be used in the bathtub. They can be used added to your mop water. They can add it to your laundry. Check the color first, though, just to make sure it's not going to stain anything. They generally don't, but, you know, check. They can be used in cleaning water. Like if I have a road opener one like this that's in this bottle, and you know, I'll fill up my sink with wash water to scrub the cabinets and stuff in my kitchen. I'll dump a little of that road opener wash in there too. These are pretty valuable little products, and they're not expensive. We carry a wide variety of them on our website at www.mamacreepy.com. I keep a bunch of them handy all the time, so I always have what I need. But those are called washes. And sometimes they're called waters. Some people sell them under the heading waters. So look for washes and waters. Then also bath salts, which are my very, very favorite form of ritual bathing. We make a lot of these here in the shop. It's one of my specialties. Like this one is Swamp Witch. And of course it's named after American Horror Story Coven, Swamp Witch Misty Day. And this one has flavors of chocolate and coffee. So it's like very deep, rich, healing, sensuality, that kind of thing goes along with the ingredients that's in this. And then this one is our Ishtar, which is our goddess elements bath salts. Ishtar was a Sumerian, Babylonian goddess of fertility and also of love, war, and sex. So whether you're male or female, if you're a male goddess worshiper, excuse the tongue trip there, you could use this if you are feeling like you need to reinforce your connection to the divine feminine. Same thing for the women using this. If you need to reinforce your connection to the divine feminine, the Ishtar, since she was one of the earliest recorded fertility and love and war goddesses, so she has a lot of power there just in the history. Establishing the connection to the divine feminine, or if you're going into spell work that involves fertility or battle, not physical battle, sometimes it can be emotional or mental battle, anything like that, these are a good way to go. But we have them in dozens of different types. We have the Louisiana Mud, which is a healing. We have earth, air, fire, and water elementals. So if you're going to be part of a circle and you are representing one of the elements, those are a good one to use for purification before you enter circle. Also, if you're going to be working with one of those elements or the correspondences that relate to one of those elements, those salts are good ones to soak in previous to your magical work. We also do custom ones, so if there's something that you don't see that you need, you can contact me. Much like our ritual oils, I do them to order. You tell me what you need, I'll go over to my work table, fiddle around with my herbs and my gemstones and my essential oils until I figure out what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and I get it all in there and smelling good. So then also we have ritual bath oils, which there are a lot of these on the market. Most of them are made pretty much the same way. They are, look for ones that don't have a lot of chemical ingredients because they can be very drying to your skin. What I use in mine is nothing but pure therapeutic grade essential oils and fractionated coconut oil. Fractionated coconut oil soaks into the skin instead of laying on top, so when you use it you don't feel greasy. You can use this in the bath, or you can use it after the bath and rub it into damp skin, and most of the ones that are on the market are the same way. This is the Ishtar. You can see this is a representation of Ishtar right here. Ritual bath oil, again, it's one that you can use when you are connecting to the divine feminine, or you're going into ritual for something related to love, fertility, or battle of any type. And then last but not least, you don't want to forget the bath teas. Bath teas are really prevalent in a lot of hoodoo and voodoo magical work, and we also use them here in the shop in a myriad of different ways. What you have is you have herbs like this that are mixed up, usually in a jar, canister, something like that nature, and they go into this muslin bag like this. You just pour them down in there, and then you take the string and you tie it around where the water spout is in your bathtub, so that as the water is running to fill the bath, it is going through here, taking the properties of the herbs and putting them into your bath water. And then you don't have to worry about the herbs draining down the tub and getting it all stopped up and that kind of thing. So it's like a tea. You're like steeping in tea. You can also steep this. What you would have to do is you put it in here like this, boil some water on the stove, stick the bag down in there and turn the heat off just like you were making tea. When it has steeped fully, you pour it in the bathtub, or you can also save it and use it to wash your hands, to douse your head in the morning. Warm it up a little bit because the cold is kind of unpleasant unless you just really need to wake up. But you can warm it up in a tea mug just in the microwave for a few seconds to get it to where it's room temperature. But it should be stored in the refrigerator if you've got extra left over. One of these size bottles and one of these bags, which can be rinsed and reused, is 2 or 3 baths depending on the size of your bathtub. Again, we make custom ones of this. There's lots of bath teas on the market. There are, lots of really good ones around. You might even have a local purveyor that makes them in their shop for you. I know that there's several shops in New Orleans that make them, and of course we do here, and I know that the Mystic Dream in California makes them. That's some of my favorite guys. So there's lots of good places, or you can make your own. If you have a little bit of herbal knowledge, you can put things together that would be a good ritual bath for you. Just make sure that you know your herbs, because there's a few of them that can be very irritating to the skin. So look up and make sure that there's not anything in that particular herb. And I also encourage you, if it's possible, to use organic herbs, because you don't have to worry about the pesticides or anything that are in them soaking into your skin as well. But you do those just like you do the bath salts. You immerse yourself and focus on what it is that you want to accomplish through that ritual bath, whether it's purification, whether it's bringing money into your life, whether it's giving you an era of sexuality, if you're going to pick up on somebody, or you got a hot date, or if it's your anniversary and you need a little extra oomph in the bedroom. Those are ritual bathing is a great way to make that happen. Now, if there's any questions that you've got, or if you need a custom bath salt or bath tea, or even just one out of our store, you can find me at www.mamacreepy.com, MAMACREEPY. You can email me at mamacreepy@mamacreepy.com. I also have a live chat function on my website, and you can get us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/mamacs, MAMACS. If there's anything I can do for you, you just let me know, and make sure to bring ritual bathing into your practice. It's a very important part. Have a great day, and blessed be.